Do you ever feel like you're living a mundane life? Like you're just barely scraping by and you barely have anything to give the people around you, let alone yourself? It almost seems like it's a common state in our modern culture to feel this way. So the question is, what do we do to change this? How do we begin to transform our lives into something that we've always dreamed of? The thing is, we are actually all in the process of becoming something, but what that is up to us. And we have to question, are we becoming our most ideal selves? Or are we just blindly going through life as if we're walking on a treadmill going nowhere? The following exercise is designed to help us become our most ideal self. And one of the best places to start is with people that you know. And sometimes if you don't have people in your life that you really look up to and admire, it's okay to think of somebody who maybe you know from afar, but somebody that you admire their qualities, and think specifically about the qualities that you admire in them and ask yourself, is it something that you want to cultivate in yourself? I know when I think about the people that I love the most, one of the things that I love about them is that they always had the ability to make everyone around them feel special and feel loved. And so that is not something that comes easily and readily in my personality type. So that's something that I consciously have to make an effort at. And I'm not saying I'm good at it. It's something that I strive for. So this worksheet is set up into segments so you can look at certain aspects of your life. You can look at yourself as an ideal partner, yourself as an ideal parent or caregiver. I mean, you don't have to be a parent to do this. You can think of any children in your life, whether you're an auntie or a cousin, and think of yourself as an ideal employee or a coworker, or think of yourself as an ideal family member. So you go through each of the sections of the worksheet and you can either work through them at your own pace or you can do them all at once. After you finish filling it out, and of course this is free on my website, you can download this worksheet. We're going to do a guided meditation or mindfulness practice in order to start to solidify these ideals. It's really important to keep in mind that while we are all born in with specific characteristics and traits, there is absolutely nothing stopping us from developing skills and abilities that help us relate to other people better in the world, that help us succeed better in the world, that help us actually feel better and learn how to connect better to the people in our lives. So if you're like me and you believe that the whole purpose of us being here is to become our highest and best self, manifest the best part of ourselves for this entire experience being here on this earth, in this body, in this place, in this time, that is what I think is our entire purpose for being here, is to grow and expand and live our best life. But what this requires from us is that we take the time to look within. We have to be self-reflective. We have to look at the gifts that we do have and look at the areas where we have room to grow and things that we can cultivate. You have unique gifts and abilities, but you also have the ability to learn and grow new ones. And that's the beauty of being human. We often don't think about self-reflecting and really pondering what kind of an impact we are having in the people in our lives. And so taking a few minutes out of your day to investigate and do a little self-inquiry and to look a little deeper about where you're at and where you want to be is really helpful. So for the exercise portion, you can grab a pen and paper, or if you like, they're a free printable worksheet. All you have to do is scroll down to the description and there's a link in there, and then just print them off on your home computer and they'll be ready to go. We're going to start with imagining yourself as your ideal self in a relationship. Whatever kind of relationship that looks like to you, you choose. This is your worksheet, so delve in. Next, you write down how you picture yourself as an ideal parent or caregiver, or if anyone in the lives of children. You don't have to be a parent to do this, but how are we impacting the children in our lives? Next, think of your work. If you're an employee, or if you have coworkers, or if you're a boss, or maybe you're a student and you have peers, whatever your work arrangement might be, some of the things you can ask yourself is, how do you want to make the people around you feel? The next is think of your family. How can you be the most loving and caring person to your family? whether it be your parents, your siblings, your cousins, your nieces or nephews, anyone in your extended family. How do you want them to feel around you? How do you want to show up as your ideal self? Now imagine somebody's coming to meet you for the first time. What kind of impact do you want to have on people who meet you the first time? This is something that we don't often ponder about, but it's a good exercise because first impressions are very important in the grand scheme of things. So imagine yourself as your most fulfilled self. You're living the life that you've always wanted. You are living your ideal self. Put down what characteristics you have. What does your life look like when you are being your optimum, most positive self? So there's a final box that is blank, and you can fill this out for whichever kind of role you see yourself in your life. It can be used for a specific set of skills or talents that you're working to develop. So you can envision yourself as a master of that talent or a skill that you want to do. Once you've completed the written portion, reread your entire worksheet, and let's begin the meditation. Remember that these guided mindfulness exercises can be repeated like practice in order to start breaking those old patterns of being. By practicing, we're actually creating new roadmaps in our brains towards becoming the ideal self that we're destined to be, so long as we dedicate ourselves to working towards it. So let's begin. We're going to do 4 deep breathing exercises. Inhale, hold, and then even more slowly release the breath. And as you inhale, fill your chest with the energy of love, peace, and blessings. And on the exhale, release any stress, tension, or negativity from your physical body. Inhale, fill your chest with the energy of love, peace, and blessings. And hold those feelings inside of you. And exhale to release all negativity and feel your body sink even deeper into relaxation with every exhale. And inhale the love. And exhale. It even helps further if you vocalize the exhale, go That really helps our nervous systems to vocalize. And inhale all the love, peace, and blessings. And then exhale, release all the negativity, anything that is stressing you, get it out of your body. And now we're going to call upon the Creator, our ancestors, spirit guides, angels, any energies of 100% pure light that have our highest and best interest, those that help us live the life that our soul has intended. We ask for them to be present for our work here today. I ask that my connection to my spiritual self, my higher self, to be strong and perceivable to me. I ask for support in becoming my ideal self. Next, in this practice, you'll be asked to work on bringing forward the most positive emotions that you can conjure. This may take some practice, so don't worry if you can't muster elevated emotions on the first try. This is literally a practice to help you build this. It's like a muscle that needs time and attention to develop. I intend to become an ideal partner. And spend a minute here to imagine how you feel as an ideal partner. Imagine how much love you have to give. And feel your heart expand at being able to give freely and to also receive love as an ideal partner. How do you show up in your ideal relationships in a way that is healthy and supportive? Breathe in all of those good feelings and allow them to build. And if you find negative thoughts or negative feelings surface, ask them to stand down, because today it's about conjuring elevated emotions and not to fall back on our familiar negative ones. Next, imagine yourself as an ideal parent or grandparent or caregiver, any kind of role that you spend in the lives of children. How do you feel being able to provide the most healthy and happy life for these children? Imagine all the things you do for the children to make sure that they are healthy and loved. You can picture it as if you're in a movie in your mind's eye, and imagine, see, and feel how you're interacting with these people in the most loving and healthy way. Do you have healthy boundaries for them to learn? Do you prepare healthy meals to nourish them? Do you listen intently so that they feel heard and seen? Next, let's imagine your workplace and how you act as your ideal self at work or in a professional setting. How do you impact people with your energy? How do you impact people with your input and your efforts? In what ways do you bring the best of yourself to your workplace? And in what ways can you see your workplace transform by your energy and your efforts? You take a few minutes here and picture yourself in this environment, bringing your best self. Now let's take a moment to think of your family. How can you be your ideal self for your family members? How do you support them and take care of them? Do you offer random acts of kindness? What kind of safe haven are you for them? Do your best to visualize the highest and best for yourself inside your family unit and feel the emotions as strongly as you can conjure. Next, let's picture yourself living your life as your most empowered self, the healthiest, happiest vision of yourself. What are you doing? How are you treating yourself? And how are you caring for your body? How are you loving and caring for yourself? And in what ways are you investing in yourself? Spend a moment really investigating all the ways that you yourself become your ideal self for yourself. As we come to a close, acknowledge the work that you're doing today and appreciate your own efforts. It's good to feel pride in taking time for yourself and for your own development. I'm proud of you, and you should be proud of yourself too. This is good work. So repeat this practice as needed, or you can also try out the next video.